Stafford Speedway. I'm your host Steve, and today we have 11 drivers who have qualified into today's event based on if they won the title, a pole, or even a race win during Season 1. It is an invitational event, so there's no points being awarded here today. And as I said before, it's just 11 drivers for 10 laps at this half-mile oval. Now real quick before we get into today's race, I'd like to take a moment and say thank you to all of the fans who support all of these races each week as they come out. Without your support, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have a reason to be making these and continuing the series. Our top stories for this race include Chad Jones, who's eligible for this race based on his pole during the Auto Club race during Season 1. He'll roll off the grid here in first today. Dave Wilson made the race based on his Las Vegas win to end off Season 1. Almost didn't make this race. He'll start today in the 6th position. And Rylan, just a rookie in the number 11. Jaden Winkleson retired, but he won at Watkins Glen, so the ride was eligible for this race. The team opted to put the rookie in so he can get some track time, and he'll roll off the grid here in 8th place today. A couple of quick race facts before we get into today's race. Again noted, 11 entries, the Season 1 champion, race and pole winners. This is a 10-lap event, 5 miles total, and there are no points awarded in today's race. Let's take a look at our starting lineup. We have Chad Jones on pole and Cackert to his outside, making up row number 1. Lazard to the inside, Jax Riley to the outside of row number 2. Drake Goslin now in the number 8 to the inside, and Dave Wilson to the outside of row number 3. Tyler Rogers now in the 55 is on the inside, Rylan just to the outside, make up row number 4. Michael McCammett to the inside, Dice Guy, Season 1 champ, on the outside of row 5. And William Schmidt rounds out the field in row 6 on the inside lane. The pace car is going to duck to the pit lane this time as Chad Jones is going to lead the field back to the line. Season 2 of the SMunger Cup Series is going to start here at Stafford Speedway. Green flag is flying for the shootout. They're underway. They're racing here at Stafford Speedway as Chad Jones leads the field off into turn number 1. Goslin gets a bump from Rogers for the 5th spot. They're down on the flat already. Guys, it's lap 1. You don't need to be using a bumper for this. No points are paid today. Jones already 2 or 3 car lengths ahead of the rest of the field, but I don't think the rest of them have this sorted out just yet. They're still too wide and bouncing off of each other and nose to tail from about second to 11th. Cackert up on the high lane. He got really tight there on exit. He's going to chop to the bottom. Goslin's going to chop to the high side. Wilson and Riley beating and banging all the way down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. That's for the 5th spot. Guy's looking for 6 on Riley, but Riley's all over the bumper of the 20 for that 5th spot. Jones still out front, hasn't been contested for the lead yet. Lazard and Cackert been going back and forth for that 2nd spot. Cackert taking it from Lazard for the moment. Guy shuts the door on Wilson on the high side for the 5th position. It's currently Jones, Cackert, Lazard, Goslin, Guy your top 5. Wilson, Riley, Rogers, Justin McCammett rounding out the top 10. On to lap 4, going into turn number 1. Jones got tight getting into turn 1. Cackert all over the bumper. Lazard to the bumper of Cackert. Guy tight out of turn number 2, almost up into the wall. He's going to give up that 5th position to Dave Wilson as they get down into turns 3 and 4. Lazard underneath Cackert for that 2nd position. Jones has led the first 4 laps handedly as they're stacking up deep in the field. McCammett gets sideways. Around goes Rylan just in the 11. He's going to sit there at the start and finish line. He's going to try and get that car righted again. There's a pass for the lead going on down the back straightaway. Cackert to the lead. Around, Lazard and Jones getting into turn number 3 and out of 4. Cackert, now you're a leader on lap number 6, getting into turn number 1. It's been a 3-horse race up front all race long, but Wilson is charging late. He's up to 4th. They're beating and banging for 5th. Rogers is moving into that 5th position. Goslin and Guy slowly trickling down the board. They're now 6th and 7th. McCammett up to 8th, Schmidt up to 9th, and Riley down to 10th. As we're now on to lap 7 with 4 to go. Cackert still up front, over Lazard. Jones slowly losing the lead, but Wilson is slowly gaining the lead as he gets around Jones for the 3rd position on the back straightaway there. Rogers now to the back bumper of Jones as they get into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. As they're coming to 3 laps to go here at Stafford Speedway. It is still Cackert over Lazard, but Lazard is looking outside. He's got help from Wilson. Jones on the bottom. Sideways, tight entering. I don't know if he had help from Rogers or if he overshot it, but every car in the top 5 just beat and banged all the way through turns 1 and 2. 3 wide up front! Cackert gets shoved up high! Lazard to the lead! Wilson in the middle, they're still 3 wide! Around goes Lazard! Wilson into the wall! wall. Goslin hard into Lazard, and the caution will wave here at Stafford with 2 laps to go. Big crash entering turn number 1 between Lazard and Goslin. Heavy damage to the front of the number 8 into the door of the 98. We gotta take a couple replays here. Coming out of turn 4 is where Ryland just spins. But look at this pass for the lead. First it goes to Lazard, and a half a straightaway later it's gonna go back to Kacker. So 2 lead changes in 1 corner and 1 straightaway. Wilson ends up passing the 8 by pretty much spinning him out. And then coming back into turn 1 and 2 is when these guys started beating and banging for the 5th spot. Guy almost spins the 55 out, almost spins the 8 out, and somehow Tyler Rogers gets away with the 5th spot. But let's take a look at what caused the caution here. 3 wide for the lead entering turn 1 is just not going to work, especially with 2 laps to go. And Goslin, just an innocent bystander, nowhere to really go for that. Lazard started rolling backwards down the track, just right into his lap. We're going to take a ride on board with Drake Goslin here, see what he sees. And I don't know if the 20 getting into turn 1 got tight and hit the 98, or if the 98 was trying to duck low, trying to keep it out of the wall, knowing he was entering in really high. I think it was just 3 cars trying to take 1 piece of real estate. We're going to take a ride on board with Dice Guy, see what he sees. But I think it was just a mix of 3 guys trying to get into a hole that was maybe going to fit 2 at best. Such a shame because the 98 and the 20 were both having strong runs. 55 actually coming from deep in the field in this race, having a really good run. But Wilson also came from deep, and Lazard been running up front all race long. And it's going to take the 98 and the 8 out of this race here late in the going. We'll be right back after this in just a couple moments. Welcome back to the SMunger Cup Series Season 2 Shootout at Stafford Speedway. Under caution at the moment for a crash involving Goslin, Wilson, and Lazard up in turn number 1 with 2 to go. Lazard and Goslin out of the race. Look at all the damage on the front end of that 8 car. He took a big shot during that accident when the 98 rolled down the track for sure. As the field comes out of turn 4, we're going to go through the running order real quick. It is Rogers and Kackert in row 1. Jones to the inside, Guy to the outside of row 2. Schmidt to the inside, McKim to the outside of row 3. Riley to the inside, just to the outside of row 4, and Wilson still on track by himself on the inside lane of row 5. Biggest mover of the race so far, Tyler Rogers up 6 spots. Biggest loser so far is Lazard, having lost 7 spots. It's currently out of the race. Rogers is going to lead the field back to the line. 2 laps to go here at Stafford Speedway. Who's going to win the shootout to open up Season 2 of the SMunger Cup Series? It's going to be Tyler Rogers leading the field into turn number 1. Kackert hot on his heels to the outside. Chad Jones and Guy looking down in row 2. Here comes Kackert down the outside. McCammett sideways, sliding down the back straightaway. He gets hit by Riley. He gets hit by Wilson. Everybody is still going. They're going to keep it green. Actually, they're going to keep it white. The white flag is out. Final lap here at Stafford Speedway. It is Kackert and Rogers and Guy going into turn 1, battling for the lead. Rogers to the lead. He clears Kackert off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Here comes Kackert to the bumper of the 55. 55 goes high. Here comes Kackert to the lead. He gets tight. Rogers is going to win the shootout at Stafford. What an unbelievable turns 3 and 4. Kackert gave him the bump. He went to run away with it, and coming on exit, he got tight and slid right up to the wall. Tyler Rogers, with the better exit, was able to make it stick, and he recovered the lead. Tyler Rogers, what an incredible finish here at Stafford Speedway. We're going to take a look at that wreck coming down the back straightaway. Looks like Schmidt gets into McCammett into Riley and Wilson. And just a stack up down the back straightaway. Nobody really spun out, just a big old stack up. We're going to watch on board from Dave Wilson here. Oh, it looks like Schmidt was just headhunting. What's that? He just shot up the track right in McCammett, down the middle of the back straightaway. I don't know if those two had a run-in earlier and they weren't happy with each other. But for a non-points race, they really just tore up half the field for no reason right there. But getting into turn 3, Kackert gives him the bumper. He's going to slide tight up to the wall, and Rogers with the better exit will take the lead right back. 3 lead changes in a half a lap. That's even better than the lap earlier in the race where we had 2 in half a lap. I didn't think we were going to do better than that today, to be quite frank. Watch on board from Chad Jones. Take a look at this wild finish going through turns 3 and 4. side by side for the lead. 1 crossover, 2 crossover. And Tyler Rogers will go to Stafford victory lane here today. Just an unbelievable finish. Actually, Kacker gets up into the wall getting into turn 1 at the end of the run here. We're going to watch on board with Kacker. I don't know if he had an issue going through turns 3 or 4, but it looks like that car was awful slow coming out of the corner. Is it possible he had a tire go down? He gave quite a shot there to the 55, but take a look at that wheel. He's got it cranked hard left. He can't make it stick. I don't know if he's got a problem or if he just got really tight there. But it does it again getting into turn 1 here. And he gets really slow as it limps back to the garage. Tyler Rogers, your winner here at Stafford. Go ahead and burn him down, Tyler. That was one wild finish to open up the season. Just a crazy race all the way from start to finish. We're going to take a look at the finishing order here. It's Tyler Rogers, your winner. Kackert second. Dice Guy finished third. Chad Jones fourth. And William Schmidt will round out the top 5. Jax Riley 6th. Ryland just 7th. Michael McCam at 8th. Dave Wilson, the last car on track, in 9th. Lazard will round out the top 10, 5 laps down. And Drake Goslin will also round out the field in 11th, 5 laps down as well. Tyler Rogers, your winner here at the Shoot-Out at Stafford Speedway. Just an unbelievable race. And once again, I'd like to take a moment to thank the fans, thank the viewers who come in and support these videos each time they come out. You guys who support the series are what keep the series going, and I love and appreciate y'all. Anyway, this is Steve signing out. I'll see y'all at Milwaukee for the Clash.